While it does not look like this year Nashville Fairgrounds will be hosting a Cup Series race in 2021, another racetrack in Nashville will be hosting a Cup Series race in 2021, and that is the Nashville Superspeedway. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Daniel, and welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be talking about Nashville Superspeedway hosting a NASCAR Cup Series race in 2021. So, let's get into it. So, according to Dover Motorsports, they are going to be moving one of the Dover Cup Series races over to Nashville Superspeedway. Remember, Dover Incorporated owns the Nashville Superspeedway. So that is why they're going to be moving it. Let's talk here what Dennis McLain, the president and CEO of Dover Motorsports, had to say about this. We were energized to see how excited Nashville was to host the NASCAR Cup Series banquet last December, said Dennis McLain, president and CEO of Dover Motorsports Incorporated. When we built Nashville Superspeedway in 2001, our goal was to one day secure a NASCAR Cup Series race for the venue. Nashville, Central Tennessee, and the surrounding market areas is filled with passionate race fans. We are thrilled that we were able to collaborate with NASCAR and our television partners to get this done, and we can't wait to put on a great show there in 2021. While we have been in discussions with NASCAR for some time about the possibility of bringing the NASCAR Cup Series back to Nashville Superspeedway, plans really just became solidified in recent weeks. We will have many more announcements, exciting updates to share regarding plans for the facility shortly. Now, very interestingly, NASCAR has not hosted a NASCAR race there at Nashville Superspeedway since 2011 with the Truck Series and the Xfinity Series, and also with the IndyCar Series. A lot of people thought that track was going to be completely shut down in Detroit. It basically became like a car park and like a car facility in 2011. This shocked me because I did not think we would be getting a race here at Nashville. I think one of the reasons, if I'm not mistaken, that they are going to be racing here at Nashville Superspeedway is to try to see what the crowd size is going to be like, especially if there does end up being a race possibly at the National Fairgrounds. I think the reason also that we're not seeing it getting raced next year at the National Fairgrounds is because there was not enough time to get the revenue and renovations done for 2021, which makes a lot of sense because there was going to have to be a lot of renovations that were going to be done at Nashville Superspeedway. And this is one of the first bombshells that has been dropped for the 2021 NASCAR schedule. I also think that another reason is that Dover International Speedway, while I like that track, I don't think it deserved 2 dates. The racing over the last couple of years at Dover International Speedway, in my honest opinion, was not very good. I just think the racing there needed to be a lot better than it was for it to stay where it was on the schedule for 2 races. And unfortunately, over the last couple years, it just has not provided good racing. Yes, there's been a lot of wrecks. Back in the day, it used to provide some pretty epic racing. But in general, over the years, it's just not provided the best racing. While yes, this is a cookie cutter track in a mile, almost a mile and a half racetrack, I like to see new racetracks on the schedule. Now, do I think that this racetrack will draw in a major crowd? Absolutely. Especially since that it is going to have a Cup Series day. Usually racetracks, I don't care what track it is, when you have a Cup Series day on your schedule, you're more likely than not going to draw in a lot of new fans to that racetrack in the surrounding areas, from the surrounding areas. Plus, then at the banquet, I think it was one of the reasons they might bring a lot of fans as well. That event had so many people go to it. Some even YouTubers actually did end up going to that banquet. And that brought in a lot of attention for the fans there as well. Because there were so many people that went to the NASCAR banquet and to the burnouts on this boulevard, on National Boulevard, Broadway, whatever it is, as well. And a lot of people were watching that event as well. And that was really entertaining. You could see the crowd excitement. And people who might not have been NASCAR fans that day were out there watching this because it was extremely exciting. This will, I think, in my opinion, if it does sell out, will give National Fairgrounds a race. I think we will go back to National Fairgrounds, but I also think we're going to actually end up having 2 races in Nashville by 2022. I think the Nashville area has deserved a Cup Series date. That's a really exciting town, and to Danny B, congrats, my friend. I'm not friends with Danny B, but congrats, my good sir. You guys have a Cup Series day. You should be really, really excited about that because that track, in my opinion, has deserved it. And I know they wanted a Cup Series day. They lost that track years ago because they just weren't getting the attendance back in the day. The track wasn't renovated that much. They weren't doing a lot of changes to that track. They just need something new. And I think they will get this track in good shape for Cup Series day for 2021. Hopefully they'll have what they're doing at Phoenix, like a walk. You can walk next to the garage and kind of get to see some of the things that they are doing out there. But man, Nashville Superspeedway hasn't had a race as well. I mean, back in the day, they had the Pastor Joe. Remember the guy who did the smoking hot wife thing? That was there. That was really exciting. I mean, we had 2004 where Clint Boyer, Kyle Busch, Johnny Benson, and Robbie Gordon all ended up crashing, and Michael Waltrip got through and ended up winning the race because Johnny Sauter, I think, also got involved in that wreck. And then you had Kyle Busch spinning the grass, running out of fuel. He spun out in the grass, and Jason Leffler won one of his 2 career Xfinity Series races. So there's been a lot of exciting things. And then Kyle Busch in 2009 smashing the guitar. I'm wondering if the guitar is what the trophy is going to end up being. It's probably what it's going to end up being. We're in Nashville. It's like the town of country music, where most of country music things end up happening, because that's where everyone goes if you want to get a contract in the country music scene. But yeah, this is really exciting. Really cool to see a new racetrack on the schedule. Hopefully, does this not mean that Gateway, I hope Gateway does also end up being on the Cup Series schedule for 2021. But this is a racetrack that I had no idea was going to end up being on the 2021 NASCAR schedule. I got that wrong, but hey, you know what? It is what it is. I'm glad a new racetrack is on the schedule, and I'm just pumped up to see that we're starting to kind of get closer, because I think that with them announcing Nashville Superspeedway on the Cup Series schedule for the 2021 season, I think that this really does mean that we are getting really, really close to NASCAR announcing the 2021 schedule. I think in about a month, we're going to get that announcement. I think NASCAR is just waiting to announce the rest. I think they're going to announce possibly the rest of the 2021-20 schedule with all this COVID stuff going on, possibly as early as this week. I don't know if they're going to announce batch of the schedule, or they're going to announce the rest of the schedule in general, because I know that they want to keep the playoff dates, and they don't want to change that, but they might have to. You really never know what they're going to do. Who really knows? NASCAR's in a tough position. They don't know what they're going to do about the schedule, but I believe that they'll probably announce the rest of the schedule before the playoffs, probably here really, really soon. Possibly as early as today or tomorrow. They've talked about announcing as early as this week. So yeah, this is really exciting news. So that is going to be it for today's video. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching today's video. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Turn notifications on so you can be notified when a video does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Links in the description below for that. And comment your thoughts and your excitement about Nashville Superspeedway coming back. What do you think about it coming back? Let me know in the comments below. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching today's video. And I will see you guys next time. Take care, everybody.